I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Ever since the Winchester Mystery House and the Hell Your House experience, there's been a lot of small things that's been going on. But last night I was sitting on my computer looking up diagrams. I was looking at my camera, and this appeared as a face on my screen. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna rearrange this because I don't want to see it again or whatever, but just gonna cover it up a little bit, change the pattern. So yeah, I'm gonna put a little picture right here for you guys to see the image that I was looking at last night. And right now I am gonna be headed to Fry Electronic, pick up some shrink tubing and some loom, more electrical tape, and I believe we can come back and start finishing up the wiring. These are all the shrink tubing that I buy by the strip, all sorts of sizes and colors. So I'm gonna grab a few of each, 3/32 and 1/4. Maybe I should buy them by the roll. And then on this side we have like the loom like net thing right here, but I'm just gonna buy regular like flex guard for the O2 sensor on the conversion and get on out of here. At the post office, just shipped out the package for Tommy. Got the tracking number right there. So here's the DIY OBD0 to OBD1 ECU jumper, and this right here is a legitimate Rywire unit, and pretty much just based off of this, build this, and all the VTEC, the knock sensor, pressure switch, and all that kind of loomed up because my cousin's car is a non-VTEC engine, and going to OBD1, all he really needs is the O2 sensor, given that he's running a stock LS OBD1 ECU. So it's going to look for an OBD1 O2 sensor 4-wire, and everything else is just taped up, so or zipped up. We're gonna try this on the car when he's ready for it. He actually got the motor in his car already, and definitely moving forward with it because I know he is anxious to start driving his DB1 again. Maybe another day when everything's all said and done with my cars, I'll kind of make a DIY video on how to do this. Pretty much you need an OBD0 ECU, and given that I did a lot of multi-point conversions, I have a lot of DX ECUs sitting up here. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and you know, show you how to make this. The cool part about the JDM harness is that we have side markers plugs already in place. On USDM cars, you would rob one off of the corner light or tap into the corner light, which then will cause your lights to blink on off instead of synchronized. So what I did was I loomed this up right here all the way up to the ground box, because the headlight wiring is right here next to the ground box, given that the ground box was mounted usually on the inside, and then the wire to here. And the reason why it's missing is because importer shops, they sell the headlights separately, the SH5 Beagle one piece ZC style, like single globe, and they cut the plugs off. So you can use the EG and EK plug because they are the same, and the wiring are the same color as well. This one right here is the right side, this one right here is this side, the left side. And as you can see, that is a red green. We have a red green, then we have a black right there, and then we have a red yellow right there in the middle, and then we have a red yellow. So pretty much straightforward. And what I'm doing right now is I'm using brake cleaner and a microfiber rag to clean the crap out of this plug. You can see it was caked up, and then here it is all cleaned up. And pretty much what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna wire these guys obviously along the rail, kind of mock it up, see how long I need it to get to the headlight, and same goes for everything else. And then this guy is the horn, which is somewhat short right there. I gotta extend that a tad bit because I do still have horn with my Nardi. These two I'm going to tuck away. I'm not going to cut them because they're going to be open circuit. I'm just going to zip tie them together because these are for the windshield wiper reservoir motor. And then we have these two right here. Same goes with the headlight. They cut the corner lamps and then they sell them with the corner lamps. And then the other one I believe is red. goes to the bumper lamps, because they sell that with the bumper. Cut them one at a time, extend them one at a time, and then once everything is working, lube them up. I may or may not lube these up right away, because usually what I do is I will plug the battery up, fuse box and all, and check all of my lights to make sure everything's working before I do, because if it doesn't after everything's all said and done, it's a pain in the ass to really unlube everything and redo it. But I'm pretty confident behind my work, so I may just lube it up. I don't know yet, but we'll get to it when we get to it. A little while ago, Oxbeam reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in receiving a LED like self-cooling headlight setup, and it was pretty cool, given that they've reached out to other YouTubers like Tommy and you know, Zosh and them. Unfortunately, they don't have H4H, which is the bulb that I am using, which is the bulb that fits my housing. They only have H4, so I never really received a set. But then again, I'm not really a huge fan of bright lights. I prefer to have OEM like 4K or 4.5, which is like slight white, but not dumbass white or blue or purple. Because I do drive it all the time. I drive it at night. Same goes for my CRX, and I want the opposite end of, say, a cop was coming towards me, to see the headlight like a stock car instead of a super bright one where, you know, it catches the corner of their eye, and then they're going to look, and then they're going to be like, holy intercooler and whatever, and then pop my ass in the middle of the night. So I prefer OEM. These are Stanleys, but I run like the Silver Stars from AutoZone. I mean, they're like 50 bucks for two, but they're white enough, but not ultra white. Good enough for me. And he was like, what are you doing?
Asked him and shit.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm doing right-hand drive so I can drive like you. Mailman was here from the beginning to the end of my right-hand drive build on the wagon. It's crazy. So, you know, gotta pause with the whole wire tucking process over there to get a quick lineup, because my hair is starting to look like, starting to make me look like a caveman. So, getting that fresh cut. You know what I'm saying? Eye box coming up. Probably gonna get another cut again. But I'm already feeling fresh because the damn wind is like making my head now cold, even though my head is full of hair. So I want to give you guys a little update here. I got the driver's side, my side, right-hand drive side, almost all done. So my buddy Jesus hit me back up, and he says he cannot find this plug in his harness at all as well. So I'm really wrapping it up now. Got the fan extended right here. Got the horn loomed up right here. Still can't figure out this guy. I sent a message to my buddy Jesus to see if he can source this on his car, which should be a lot easier because all of his harness is sitting here. But he'll get back to me tomorrow, hopefully. And then there's a plug that I do not know or have never seen before. This guy right here, blue, red. Kind of confusing because there's a blue red here, and then there's a blue red here, which is the one I don't know. So not sure if this is like a power source for an accessory or something, but I don't ever remember doing it on my car, obviously, but I don't think I need it. But I want to make sure first before I loom it all up. So I'm gonna leave all this dangling. Everything's all cleaned up, and we'll continue this tomorrow. When you're supposed to be working on the wagon, but curiosity strikes, this is the Rust-Oleum paint job on the CRX, and then right here I sanded it 2000 grit to get it all nice and smooth, and then I polished it out right there with Suds compound. I just did a quick pass on low speed 1, and you can see how much more the reflection and the image is clearer than the untreated area right there. What van? Oh, Odyssey. Got a little sidetracked it. Jesus hit me back up, and he's traced this wire right here to his fog lights. So I'm not gonna need this. That means I'm just gonna put a shrink tubing at the end of it and you know, seal it. And then I'm gonna loom all of this up right now, get this out of the way. The circular plug on the other side, I'm just gonna depin it, put a shrink tube over it, seal it, and then I'm gonna loop it up and finish these two right here. I may be headed to my cousin's house to help him with his Integra, since he already got all the motor. Everything is put into his car. Just a few wiring things, and actually have the header right there that I'm actually gonna be heading to my friend's house to exchange for a stock one and then head to his place. May not get inside the car today, but we'll figure it out after I finish all this up. So you can see how nice and clean these suckers are. Brake cleaner and a rag. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've been sitting here trying to figure out all these wiring, plugs, and stuff that weren't accountable for from the last video. And I just found out most of the plugs and where they belong to. So I went into my backyard. I grabbed my JDM right-hand drive dash harness, and the one that's currently on the dashboard is my USDM flipped over to work as a right-hand drive, and also has the plugs for the S2K cluster. And not knowing that the JDM harness has extra plugs for, I have no idea what they are for, but on the left-hand drive dash harness there are only, I believe, like 4 dash plugs, 1, 2, and 3 right here. But this harness has this red one that now goes to this guy, which I didn't know where it belonged before, that used to sit up here. And then there was this guy that I also don't know what it belongs to, that also went to this guy right here. And this one is the same color as the wiring that were on the driver's side wire tuck that I didn't know what it belonged to. And I am assuming that this is possibly for like the fog light switch that's on the dashboard. And then I found out on the ignition switch has a third plug right here, and this is the JDM one with the matching key. This is the USDM one, and it only has this guy and this guy. So the JDM one has 3, and this third guy right here belongs to this plug that I didn't know where it went to. But I got most of the things plugged up. The only one I still don't know is this guy, but I believe this guy is my map light up there, and my map light harness mysteriously disappeared from there. It's not over there, it's not over here, it's not on the original harness, and I just have no idea where it went. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to plug everything up and try to see if there is any other leftover plugs that are not accountable for, and then further figure out where they go. Here is the bundle of old cabin harness, and I pretty much just stripped it for everything I need, and I don't need anything else from there. These are the guys I am going to be extending, so I need this to run from the right side of the car to the left so we can plug it up to my CJS tuck harness. These 2 right here goes to the fuse box, as well as this guy right here with the 3 terminals. And I cut these probably about 4 or 5 feet long. So I'm going to give you guys a quick visual of what I need to do with those wires. So remember, like I said, fuse box is now over there, and obviously all the plug for the fuse box is right here. What I have to extend over to the left side is this guy, and this guy, and this guy right here. This is going to stay put, this is going to stay put, this is going to stay put. And probably going to do this over the weekend because it is dark and I do not want to stay out here with the skunk and the raccoons. Oh my god, what is he doing? What is he doing? Dang it. What gear? What gear you in? Second, hold the brakes down. Hold the brakes down and hit the gas. Hit the gas too. Hit the gas too. Wow. You're too low on RPM now. You gotta hit the brakes. Did you hear spooling? That's brake boosting. When you hit your brakes, you're hitting it like you're gonna stop. You gotta hit your brakes lightly, not like you're about to stop. What gear is it? You gotta put it in second. Hold the brakes lightly and spool it. She's spooling it. Hold it down. What's that, dude? Hey.
Oh, there's that guy.
That guy.
The guy that showed up and made my my car look bad, huh?
Oh, shit. Hey, the camera that was in the car when he did, it died on me in the car.
Oh,
I had it too, dude. It was on like 2%. I was like, dude, let's get this run going.
Shit. Nah.
It's all good, man.
He didn't want to give me my run back.
Did he or did he not? No, he left. Gang shit.
I'll be out here, dog.
Hey.
Know me. Hey, they don't
hey, all I gotta look for is a short guy with a big ass clothes, bro. I know you out here. Always. Every time I watch the videos and shit, I'm like, that's Jay right there. Huh? Oh, he's in the backpack. No, he's trying to run this way,
Why you always gotta be capping on me and shit, huh? You know what? I'm gonna start roasting.
That's the only way I can know it's you. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. You're recording right here.
Hey, it was there when I went over the curb with the EM2, remember?
Oh yeah, right here at the Taco Bell. Dude, I turned off my camera and then I heard it, boom, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you
hey, that car's still driving straight away.
Yeah, bro.
Walked out. Got a little higher or fucking at least preloaded. Yeah. What's your two-step on this car?
65.
65? No, his original two-step is 65. 45. That was 45.
45.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
You get it at 45. You're gonna race it? You're racing it?
listen, hey, take your lane. Take your lane, nigga. We gotta bitch about that shit. Take your lane. Nah. We gotta bitch about that.
I got 100 on the GTO.
Hey,
I got 5. I got 500. Hey, I got 5. I got 5.
hey, where's the GTO?
Yeah, you sure? With my car.
Hey, you don't want to. Hey, I'm telling you, nowadays people pick their races. They just want to win. You don't want to flip. He's the owner of the car. That's the thing.
He don't want just our
where's the driver?
I told him bring the driver over.
Flip for it.
The driver.
He wants to stay warm. He wants to stay warm. Fair, right?
Driver's right here. Driver's right here.
Flip, hey, fuck that.
Flip. Oh yeah, come on. You carry it. Go. Call it. Back up. Back up. Back up.
That's
There you go. Come on.
Let's get it.
go, 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 go.
Blocking up there.
Blocking?
I can't hear you. It's honking. So I didn't go to my cousin's house tonight. By the time the day dropped off the header, my cousin's already headed to bed. But tomorrow I will be over there to help him get his car to fire for the first time. Instead, there was PRs tonight, so we went out, saw a couple races, and when the negotiation ended, cops showed up.
I got 1 to 7.
Putang ina mo. Turn your wheel, blood, cuz. Hey, not my car. So we went from stall 5 to stall 7. If you guys enjoyed the flame shooting in my face, because I totally forgot that the EK had a side exit and not a hood, hit that like button. If you guys want to see some more progress on the wagon and obviously some more runs, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell because I know some of you guys are still not getting the notes about new release. That's going to do it for me and Carrie. And I'll see you guys in the next video.